failed to kill members of the League on multiple occasions.
Everybody take what you can and get out. It's foolproof plans for how we...
Hi, Andrea.
Hi,
it's
nice
great
to
seeing
see
you again.
You too.
So we're here on behalf of Superman homepage, and I have a few questions for you.
Yes.
We are going to see a lot of returning cast members that are going to reprise the roles, and I think that's terrific because I really do like all of them, especially Kevin Conroy. Do you prefer to recast the same people in every single film, or does it not matter to you?
I'm given my directive by Warner Home Video and Warner Premiere and DC Comics, and they tell me whether or not I can use someone I've used before. I have the right to say, I don't want to do it. You know, I don't want to do the project because you're going to recast it. You want different characters, different voices. But if I like the project and I understand maybe it's a completely different artistic style and they feel like using the same voices would be contrary to what they want to do, then I do the next casting. It's always hard to go from scratch. It's a much more difficult process. It's a lot easier for me to call up Kevin Conroy and say, you want to do the next one? It's a lot harder to go out to actors that have never played it before. Although there's tons of actors who want to do it, so I have a very large talent pool to call from.
That's terrific. So from all the reviews I read, because I haven't actually seen the film yet, I get the feeling this is really Batman's story. So is there anything different? Is there any kind of different way that you directed Kevin Conroy in this film as opposed to any other films you've worked with him on?
No, I don't have to direct differently in order to get these. The stories sort of take care of that for me. There's so much more for Batman to do. It is a Justice League story, so there's a ton of characters in it. But when you see what goes on in it, you'll see why it's Batman's story. What that does is give Kevin Conroy more to chew on, which is a good thing because he's such a good actor. So it doesn't make my directing style any different or how I direct it any differently. I just have to make sure I keep the through lines going so that it all makes sense.
Okay. Michael Rosenbaum, he played both two different Flashes, actually, Wally West and Barry Allen.
Right.
And there's kind of a stir with the fans because everybody wants Wally West. They want his version of Wally West, but not Barry Allen without even watching the film.
I know. Isn't that a shame? People who judge movies before they've seen it, they should wait until they see it. Then they can express their opinion.
I'm going to wait. That's what I'm going to do.
Michael is such a fine actor that he has no problem doing any of those variations of the character. In fact, we mostly always see him as Flash, so there's not a lot of dealing with the other side of him. So, but it is, it's not quite the comic Flash that we've seen before, where he's always joking and making fun, and he's not always the comic relief. There's some very serious stuff that happens to him in this piece. So, I mean, every single one of the Justice League is put at peril. They're all in major, major life and death situations. So, to watch how each one of these actors deals with that is very compelling, I think.
Yeah. So he just kind of fell right into it then, into the Barry Allen, and did it perfectly.
Yep,
he's a fantastic actor. I love everything he does.
Yep, we're lucky.
So
one more. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Do you feel that everyone gave more in their performances this time around due to the untimely dismiss of Dwayne McDuffie?
Everybody has been doing these characters for so many years. Well, not everybody, but most of the actors have been doing the characters for so many years. They've really fleshed out the characters more fully for themselves, and so each successive movie we do, the actors are more prepared for because they've worked out the backstory for the characters. They've thought about what was it like for this kid growing up, what made them become who they've become as a superhero, have they gotten married, do they have children, and so they have a much more full life, and that makes each one better, I think.
Thank you so much for your time,
My
Andrea.
pleasure.
On behalf of Superman homepage, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hello.